Okay, we are skipping over to lesson 7 because it makes sense to do vertical and horizontal lines. So you have been graphing lines from the slope and the y-intercept. And now this is just all going to be vertical lines, which have that undefined slope, and horizontal lines, which have that zero slope. So a vertical line is written in this form, a or x equals a, where a represents the line's x-intercept. So for example, on this one, the equation of the vertical line graphed above is x equals, and then it's on the 3, so x equals 3. Okay, horizontal line is just the opposite, then it's y equals, and it's wherever what the A represents the line's y-intercept. So on this one, it's going to be y equals, and then you go up to 1, so it's y equals 1. So it's pretty easy. It's either x equals or y equals. There's no extra number, and you don't put the x here or anything because there's no slope. So most people just get confused with if it's either x or y. So what I do is I notice that this is touching the x-axis on 3, so then I know it's x. And then, whoa, what did I do? And then this one is touching the y-axis on 1, so then I know it's y. Okay. So let's just go ahead and go through some of these. You can pause them and do them yourself. This is going to be x equals -2. This one's going to be y equals 3. This one is y equals, and the line's down here, -5. So pretty easy. You go ahead and do the next 3, and then pause and come back. Okay, you can see the answers there. If you couldn't find the line on number 5, it was on the axis. That's probably why you couldn't see it. Okay, and if we go on to the back, now you are going to graph the equation. So if it's y equals 5, you're going to go up to 5, and it's really hard for me to see on here because it's so tiny. 1, 2, 3. I think it's right here. Whoops. And then it's going to go like this. X equals -1, so you go on the x, go to -1, and then you draw your line up and down. Hopefully your lines are straighter than mine. So you go ahead and do the rest of them. Pause it and then come back to it. Okay, so number 9 and 10 should look like that. 11 and 12. Okay, so it says, what is the slope of the line y equals 4? So if you can visualize that in your head, it's going to be a horizontal line. So we know that that slope is 0. What's the slope of the line x equals -2? I'm just going to write for undefined. What about the slope of the line x equals 0? So because it's x equals, you know it's up and down. So you know it's undefined. Which axis is y equals -1 parallel to? So y equals -1 is going to be horizontal. So that's going to be parallel to the x-axis. Which axis is the other one parallel to? It's going to be the y-axis. Okay. So then it says, how does the graph of y equals 3 differ from y equals 3x? And graph them both. So you go ahead and pause it and graph them. Y equals 3 is going to be right here. and y equals 3x is going to be 0 is your starting point. We're going to go up 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. So one of them has a slope. Y equals 3, the slope is 0. 0 slope. And here the slope is 3. So again, make sure you're practicing all the homeworks for all these lessons. And we will come back to lesson 6 next.